I'm just going to pull it up here so I can see all of your comments. Really need to have this page saved. All right. Turn off my volume so I'm not reverbing through. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Morning! I'm actually a little bit early, but that's okay. And I also haven't done any of the ironing of the foam. But that's okay too. So we're doing Siren because it's my mum's birthday pretty much this weekend. And I need to get it done. And I only do lives of things I've already done. So that's what we're going to do. This is the fabric that she picked. It's like this cool Japanese fan. It's got gold through it. It's very pretty. I just haven't decided on what zipper to use. We'll also be doing bag feet. I'm going to twist you while I'm doing the foam, because a lot of stuff's going to need foam and the interfacing on the back. Morning, everybody. So I've got my computer just off screen again so that I can see what's going on. I'm not very organized this morning, but that's okay. Well, I asked Mum not to come and watch, so we'll see if she can restrain herself. I told her I'm making a bag and she's not to come watch, and she pouted, but I don't know if she'll, like, just pop in anyway or not. We'll see. Either way, she picked it, so she knows what she's getting. She picked the bag, she picked the fabric. So, it's cool. Hello, everybody. So I actually made this jacket. This is my beautiful skull jacket. I need to start doing more clothing videos. So I finished Trollop today. This is actually Trollop right here. So you'll get a sneak preview at what Trollop is going to be. It's very cool. I went to the testers this morning. I got up at like 4 a.m. and finished the pattern. So yay! So I have got a new plan of attack in life. What I'm actually going to do is, now that I've written the pattern, I'm now going to go and pre-record the video so that the day of its release, it will just be ready to go. This is my new life plan. I think it's going to work out pretty well. I put this jacket on because I'm pretty sure you're all sick of me just living in fluffy clothes. All the jumpers I seem to wear are like fluffy jumpers. So I thought I'd switch it up and actually pull something nice out of my cupboard. And even though I got pink nails and I'm wearing red lipstick, I'm pretty okay with that. I went with Barbie pink this week, or this fortnight, just for something different. I was going to go green, but they never seem to have a nice green nail polish. It's very disappointing. So anyway, that's what's going on there. I'm currently just doing the handles. So I'm doing double fold handles. For those of you who aren't in my Facebook group, I now have zip ends. So I want to try and do a pattern this week that incorporates zip ends so that I can do them, rather than just like a quick little demo. So I did a sewing candy video. I'm also going to try and do more of them in the future. Just little single information type videos for those that don't have 2 hours to hang out with me. So this jacket is actually lined with, it's like faux silk. It was like just a scrap I had in my cupboard. So I went, ooh, that'd be nice. I still haven't actually done the green jacket. It's still waiting for me. I should really do that this week. Get the cupboard back. Right. Done skis. So I've already put my thread in. I've actually wound a few bobbins. Let me just dismiss that little notification. There we go. Yes, my finger's all better. It grew long enough that I could put a fake nail on it, so it doesn't look weird anymore. It was very exciting for me. Now, because this is a new bobbin, I'm not going to do back stitching because I know my machine doesn't like it. So I'm just going to lift it up and go back through the previous stitches. So I'm just manually folding this in half. If you struggle with doing this as you go, you can actually use more double-sided tape right in the center and sticky tape it a second time. It won't hurt anyone. Down, there we go. I've already picked the next pattern I'm going to design too, because my brain works at 100 miles an hour. I haven't actually put a button on this yet. It just hangs open, but I'm okay with that. Ooh, from Spain. Hello. So for those that aren't in my Facebook group, again, I will actually be in the same spot. So I'll be in this house for another year. So I have already ordered the subscription boxes. And for those that don't know about them, if you weren't here for the last live, I've decided that I'm going to do subscription boxes. So you'll get a new pattern and then literally everything you need, foam and interfacing and everything to make a bag. So I bought some boxes. They're not here yet, but I've purchased them. That's a good start. One handle. So the new pattern went to the testers this morning at about 6 a.m. This is the bag here. I will show you randomly throughout the video. It is very cool. And I've picked the next one because the next one is going to be a handbag because I've picked the next handbag that I personally want. So that will be the next pattern. Not that I don't like this one, but I've got a vision and it's going to happen. I'm also, for the video of Trollop, I've already mentally planned it out and I'm going to be doing embroidery all over it because it's got cool like subsections and stuff. So I've picked some embroidery mentally in my head. And so it will be a video on how to embroider fabric because you guys all keep asking me for those types of videos. Always do the opening half first on your handles, by the way. Ooh, and Germany. I got the world tuned in this morning. That's pretty cool. Aw, I feel honoured that I was your first group. I just find I can share a lot more information quickly in Facebook. So while I do still do videos, you'll notice I don't do a lot of like mail openings or like tidbits of, hey, this is what's going on. I don't do like, this is the hardware this week. That's all done in Facebook. Sometimes it's pictures and sometimes I like to pop in and chat. All right, handles are done. Excellent. Really should have put all of that on already, but that's fine. So the outside is mainly going to be vinyl. And then the inside is actually the same pattern. I don't mind that I'm here for another year. I just needed to know. Not knowing was way harder than actually deciding what's going on. I don't really mind that I'm here. They're the outside ones. Let's do the pocket. They're all just houses to me. It doesn't really matter where I am. I work from home with all my stuff, and all my stuff comes with me. So it's all much of a muchness, to be honest. I know my mother's extremely happy that we're here. See that? Back stitching. My machine doesn't like it, and I don't know why. Ooh, you're on a retreat. What kind of a retreat are you on? A sewing one, or a knitting one, or a completely unrelated to craft one. My machine's not my friend this morning, if you can't half tell. If it starts off like this, it means the whole day is going to be like this. Lucky me. Right, let's try that again. Hubby's gone for a few weeks, so I get to watch the big screen. Ha! That's awesome. My husband's away at the moment. That's why I can start so early. Usually he's... Oh my god, look at the rat's nest that just happened. It's not my morning for bobbins. Hi, Luann. I think I need to make myself some new playlists. I think I'm sick of listening to everything I've got saved. Everything was just annoying me yesterday while I was trying to write a pattern. So I think I might spend a little while today finding some new music. Good morning. It's like 7:30 in the morning where I am. But good evening to you where you are, I guess. Alright, let's try this for like third time's the charm. When my machine doesn't want to backstitch, I just don't force it to. I'm sure it's the fact that the thread is not meant for this machine. Morning, Helen. Alright. So this is the slip pocket, now that it's actually kind of almost done. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it flat. I do like curves. Curves are good practice for clothes, by the way. Alright. One pocket. I'm just going to baste it on 5:37 p.m. Cool. I do love basting. I have to admit, it is one of my more favorite things. It just holds everything. From San Diego. Hello, Linda. Alright, I'm going to split this pocket in two. Make sure I backstitch at the top end. And so then that's one wall done. This will be the second wall. So this is a Tory pocket. The new trollope pattern has Tory pockets as well. I actually took out one of the zips. So I was going to make it with 7 zips, and I've downed it to 6. I also plan on doing kits on my website. So for those that are in Australia, I will have kits of everything you need to make it. Where's 7? That's what I need. Me and my zipper swatch. I personally find them easier not to have them all joined together. And I usually have 6 and 7, which are my 2 most commonly used ones, just set to the side. So I can grab them easier. I'm pretty sure blue's run out in this. I'm trying to pay attention, but your adorable jacket is very distracting. Why, thank you. It also goes really nicely over dresses too. Okay, we've got a little zipper pocket. What time did I wake up? I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning. Without an alarm, my body just decided that it was time. So up I got. And I already had this cut out from yesterday, but I got up, I finished the pattern, got my child ready for daycare, took him, and then here we are. I actually have some of the US thickness 600 denier waterproof canvas that they use in the States. It is definitely way thicker. I bought some the other day for a horse-related project because I wanted something firmer. So I do actually have some of what you guys have. And I have to admit, I do much prefer using mine for bags. Swing around. I love Vixen. So I only design bags I like. I actually have a lot of people come to me with a lot of ideas. I get a lot of private messages of people that have seen bags and think that I could, design it better or different, or, they want a pattern or whatever. But I only ever design bags that I like and would use. So I do like Trollope, but I've had this other bag in my head for a while, so it will be next. I'm actually going to make it out of some of my leather. I'm very excited. And I've already picked the fabric I'm going to do to make the video one. It's going to be the Care Bear fabric that I got, like the Psycho Care Bear strangling the My Little Pony, because I'm going to do the killer embroidery on the outside. So I've already mentally planned all of it, and I'm going to call it Temptress because it kept tempting me to skip Trollope and go straight onto it. Good morning, Bella. So the thickness of the waterproof canvas in America is much thicker to mine. It's like double, pretty much. It's double the thickness. It's twice as thick. So mine's a lot more easier to maneuver than the other stuff. Although your stuff has the coating instead of the silver. Chop that out. Hi, Laurie. It's because I'm very much earlier. So Trollope will be released next month. I'm going to do the video probably this week or next week. And then as soon as I've done the video for that, I'm going to start on Temptress. And then I'm probably going to have to design a wallet because I'll want a new wallet to go with my new bag because that's who I am. I don't know what wallet I'm going to do yet, so bear with me on that one. I also need to start organising which pattern I'm going to do first for the subscription boxes. That's another whole problem. I don't know yet. I'm a little, like I said, I only just found out on Sunday that I'm not moving. So it's all a lot. Okay, I need to pick, I think I'll go with that zip. That'll be pretty. And then all my gold hardware. So I need rings. I'm going to use skinny rings for this because the gold is subtle in the pattern. So the skinny rings aren't going to draw too much attention. But I forgot to grab zippers. So I'll be right back. Give me a sec. I just need to grab some zippers from the stash. And yes, I call it the stash. I went with Love Heart zippers because they're adorable. And I'm also going to put bag feet in this as well. So, bag feet are in here. Oh yeah, I'm in my fluffy pants because it's cold here. It's currently raining outside. I only ever dress the top half, really. I'm okay to be known as the chick in the fluffy pants. They're comfy. I spend 2 hours talking to myself. I want to be comfortable. I'm not disappointed. I actually don't mind. All I ever do is move. Like, it's okay. It just means that I've got 1 more year to try and get through my stash of fabric, and I get to start the subscription boxes earlier. So it's not really a bad thing. And then I think we're going to try and go to Townsville next year, I think is the new plan. So anybody that's watching that's in Townsville, I might be up there soon. You do get to see Trollope, I promise, but just not yet. We're going to get to Trollope. So Trollope is this pink bag. I deliberately hung it there so that I can get to it easy. That is the new look for 2021. Fluffy pants. I like it. I've been trying to find green fluffy pants that have like, I don't know, whatever pattern, but mainly green. It's harder than you'd think. So I also will be doing more workshops. I'll do at least one more between now and the end of the year. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably do Temptress because Temptress is awesome. Temptress is going to be a barrel bag for those that are interested. Will the boxes only be an Australia thing? So no, I will be working out postage overseas for anybody that wants a subscription box. You may or may not want to pay the postage. Unfortunately, I'm not in control of how much postage costs, but I will make them available to anyone overseas that wants them. If you're not in the US or UK or Canada, please let me know if you want me to work out the postage, because they're the only 3 countries that I currently have postage set up for, just because nobody's really asked outside of those places. But if you're, and New Zealand, I've got New Zealand done as well. So if you're, for example, in Spain or Germany, because I know there's some people watching, and you would like me to work out the postage, I can definitely do it. I just go to the post office and they tell me. So I'm just going around the zip. And I'm trying not to pull on anything because you don't want a wonky zip. Now, sometimes it is just because the fabric gets wonky, and sometimes it's because you stretch the zip. So I try not to touch the zip too much when I'm doing that. Yay, barrel bag. Oh, it's got like, oh, I'm so excited for the barrel bag. You never know. I might do Trollop's video this afternoon and then just start the bag because I'm pretty excited for a new handbag. So this one's for my mum. This is the fabric and pattern she picked. She also wants a matching strumpet wallet, but I have to go to the shop and get more of this fabric because I ran out. You're amazing. Love watching your videos. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. I hope you guys learn stuff from my videos. That's why I started doing them. I just want to teach my knowledge. Hey from Scotland. Ooh, hello Scotland. What's my website? So it's seamslegit.com.au. Right. So when this sits flat, the zip's flat, but then when I let it go, it's got a bit of a wave. Should be right. So that's the inside bit's done. I can't currently link you to my website just because... Actually, I could probably type it. Hold on. Let's see if it's going to let me type today. There you go. That's my website. I'm going to do the outside now. I've just realized I haven't cut the strap connectors. Oh no. It's going to make it a little bit hard to finish a bag. Knew I was missing something. To be fair, I did this late last night. So I'm just going to fold everything in half. If you find the center of everything now, it's just easier for later. Because by finding the center of everything, that's how I line everything up. It's my big secret trick. I don't measure, because this is faster than getting a ruler and measuring to find the center. And I'm going to need the bottom one I attach the outside to the gusset round. Cool. So that's going to sit like this. So you fold it down and put right sides together and then match up the little notches you did. Good night, Matilda. Thank you for popping in. All right, and then I'm gonna put just a couple of clips there and then come all the way to the edge and clip the edge. So you want to do the center and then the edge, and then the rest of this should fit in between. like that. Zipper tape's great. I love zipper tape. Once you work out that putting zipper heads on is not so scary, it's actually great. When I first started getting zipper tape by the meter, the shop that I was getting it from, I went into a physical shop and you could only get black and white. So most of my zippers were black and white, and the guy would sit there and help me put zipper heads on like the piece. So by like 3 meters, and then he'd put on like 10 zipper heads for me. But I realized eventually I had to learn to do it myself. So I did. Hello, Natalie. So I'm just gonna clip both of them so that I can chain sew them. Like this. So this is actually my pattern. So I did recently just type in my website. All my patterns are on there. So fluffy pants. They're literally fluffy. They're like, they're not fleece. I suppose they are. They're like, they used to look more like a microfiber type fleece, but these are a bit old now. They're like 4 years old. They're starting to die. So the bag pattern is called Vixen, and it's one of mine, so you can get it on my website. All right, so it's not going to sit nicely when you've clipped it. Please note that. For those that haven't made the bag yet, it won't sit flat because it's such a curve, but it's meant to, so don't stress about that. And then I'm going to start here. Clean up the clips as I go. The title says Speed Sewing Siren. So this is called Siren, and I'm not really doing as much explanation as I normally do in a video, which is why I call it Speed Sewing. I stop less and chat more. So that's why I call it speed sewing. I'll be sewing faster than normal, that's all. And I like to chain sew everything. It also makes things quicker. Alright, so now that I've done that, I'm actually going to turn the camera so I can keep chatting to you, and I have to use the heat press to set all of the foam on pretty much the whole outside. This is Vixen, yes. Oh, it says Siren. I'm sorry. Siren is the beach bag. This is Vixen. Unfortunately, I can't change it right now without disconnecting. But that is my bad. So we're just going to come to the heat press. I'm just going to swivel around. I'm trying to do it slowly so nobody gets motion sickness. So I always have 2 pieces of baking paper that pretty much permanently sit in here so that I can iron foam onto pretty much anything. So I always layer both sides because it just prevents me getting any gunk or glue or anything on any part of the heat press. And then once these pieces of paper die, and it usually happens by they get holes in them, I just throw it out and tear off a new piece of baking paper, and it's that simple. So I just line it up. So I'm putting the fabric right sides down and then the foam on top because of the vinyl. I don't want to melt and destroy my vinyl. So it's easy to do it upside down. It doesn't need long because this is heated up and I've got it on the hottest setting imaginable. It only takes about 10 seconds. So the little ones I can do 2 at a time. You just line them up, lay the paper over, and off we go. Now, if I didn't have to do the front bit, I would have just put all of this in before I started the video. But for those that haven't seen my heat press or have never used one, as you can tell, it is much quicker than using an iron to put this stuff on. So this is my base. I'm actually going to put base stabilizer and foam. And you can put them, it doesn't matter which way you put it, to be totally honest. You can go foam and then stabilizer, or stabilizer and then foam. No, I'm just going to hold that for 3 seconds. And what it does is it softens up the stabilizer and stops it curling. So it'll sit where I tell it to. Like that. Then I can put this on and squish them all at the same time. So this doesn't take long. It actually takes longer for my heat press to heat up than it does for me to press everything together. It takes about 5 minutes to heat up properly. Oh, see, that's not stuck yet. Oh, I see why. I stuck the glue to that. No, I didn't. All right, so it's just being stubborn. That's fine. 2 can play that game. Hi, Britta. Curves just take practice. I just saw that other comment about the curves. They just take practice. Like everything. It used to take me 6 hours to make a dress. Now I can make it in 2. And that's including cutting everything out. Speaking of which, when it gets summer and hotter, I will actually be wearing a lot more dresses in videos. How did you come up with the name for all your bags? So I have picked, and you're going to laugh at this, I don't know if I've told you all this before, but I have picked synonyms for the word prostitute. Or like harlot, hussy, you know. I had to have a theme, and that's the only thing I could think of. So the reason I chose that as my first theme is because I'm taking negative words associated with women and turning them into something awesome. So that was actually why I did it. I didn't just do it to be a dick or anything. I was trying to use words that people usually find as a negative and turn them into awesome patterns. And it gives you an excuse to use the word. I want to get a heat press. I love the heat press. So that's me done. So I'm going to turn it off now. They're all stuck. Now you just have to be careful. Sometimes the vinyl gets very, very hot. So please don't burn yourself on the vinyl. I don't burn myself much anymore because A, my hands are used to it, and B, I have fake nails, so I tend to just grab it with the fake nails because I can't feel them. All right, so I'm just going to twist you all. So for those that get motion sickness, we're just come back. There we go. So I also lay them all out flat, as you can see here, so that they are dry flat. As they cool down, you don't want them to dry with a curve. That would be annoying. So my next theme, I've decided each year I design patterns, for however long that is, I'm going to have a different theme every year. So next year, I am going to use old-timey insults. Heat presses are for whatever you want to use them for. They're just basically a giant iron. So when you go to like dry cleaners, they have a heat press to put the seam in like men's pants and stuff. You use it for whatever you want. I use it for putting on foam because it's quicker. All right. So I'm going to start with the zipper section. So I need these 2 bits. And these 2 bits. And some zipper tape. You should always have a lighter handy. I don't smoke, but I've always got a lighter to singe the end of my zipper tape. Different tapes, and I don't know why, but I get all my tape. I get all my solid color tape from the same person or shop or whatever. And some colors fray more than others, and I don't know why. So it's just always good to have a lighter around and singe both ends. So even though I'm not using this now, if I leave it, it turns out like that. You should always just singe it, and then it won't give you grief. So I always wrap my zipper tape the same, so I send it to you the same way I wrap it for myself. Rubber band, and then you can just chuck it around and it won't untangle and destroy your cupboards. So, zipper sandwich. Zipper right sides up, lining right sides up, zipper right sides down, back to a normal stitch length, and off we go. Line it all up and stitch. Oh, I ran out of bobbin. Of course I did. That's alright. Here's another one I prepared earlier. I actually got quite a lot out of that bobbin, if we're totally honest. I got the whole inside, the outside pieces, and then the start of the zipper thing. So I can get a whole dress out of one of these because the thread I use for dresses is thinner, so you fit more on a bobbin. So it's all dependent on how thick your thread is as to how much you'll actually get sewn. Just out of curiosity, even though you're not on the list of Aura Rosa's YouTubers, have you tried making any of their patterns? I think I did Zenaida. Zenaita's Aura Rosa, isn't she? And I didn't read the pattern when she first did it. I just got the pattern, cut out the pattern pieces, and went on my merry little way. And I didn't realise that her pattern actually had it with binding, and I did it without. So I'm not one of her regular YouTubers. Different people have different deals in place with different people. And sometimes I do the same pattern as other pattern, like YouTubers. I don't really pay attention to them. Not because they're not cool or anything, but because I'm on my own journey, doing my own thing. And yes, I did make my jacket. All my cool clothes are made by me. All the boring ones, not so much. I actually bought some more fabric the other day. It's staring at me. I haven't put it away so that I use it. I'm going to be doing one with a button-up skirt. One is going to be, it's got fruit all over it. So I'm going to do that as a cool dress. But yeah, I did do Zenaida from Aura Rosa. She hasn't asked me to do any more. And I haven't really sought out any more patterns because I still have like 96 or something ridiculous that I have to do videos for. And then sometimes, like, some of the people contact me saying they're releasing a new pattern, and so I add it to my list. I have a lot of requests from you guys about which ones I should do, but please note, I only have so much time in my life to get so much done in a day. So hopefully today I'll get more done because it's raining outside, so I'm less likely to go into town for anything. But yesterday I had to get my nails fixed because they were too long and getting in my way. And I had to write my own pattern. Some people also don't allow videos to be done of their patterns, which is why a lot that people ask me to do, I can't. Do you think twill tape would be good for binding? Yes, I do think the twill tape would work fine for binding. I personally get my binding from Vardman threads. So when I'm buying threads, I also buy binding. Because it's cheap. So I've currently got 6 or 7 different coloured bindings, like the popular ones. So I've got black, red, pink, purple, orange, and green, because they're all the colours I've needed so far. And then as I need more, I can just buy them. Is that floral vinyl? No, so this is actually just normal fabric. This is just a quilting cotton from the local quilt shop. I like Vixen to have 2 zippers, by the way. It's cool if you don't. I just do. So I'm also going to join these together. Making sure I'm on a joining stitch length. And then what I actually do is I'm going to put this on there and then just swing it around, scrunch it in, and chain stitch it because I can. You just line up the first bit and the rest just falls into place because I love chain stitching. So this is something that I do when I'm not recording or I'm doing speed videos because it literally is quicker. It just looks messier on camera and you can't necessarily tell what I'm doing, which is why in normal videos I won't do this. But on this one, I really don't mind. Also, because I can't scratch up the base, I'm going to put this on here and do this side. So I'm sewing up to the zip but not over it. And then I can pull that out and sew this on. So I jump back and forth so that I have less threads and tails and stuff. So now I'll jump back to this and you hold it flat and then I sew the other side. So then we're going to link this to here. Because doing this method, even though there's no, like, this would be a lot quicker if I did it with binding, but then you'd see it. So this method takes longer and has more tails. So I like to eliminate as many tails as possible. Oh, that's the other thing I haven't told you. Temptress, my barrel bag, is gonna have a drop-in lining because of the type of handles I want to do. So be prepared for that. We're learning something new. It just takes practice, honestly. I love speed sewing. This is how I sew most stuff. I don't sew it according to the pattern in the order that it says because I personally find my way easier. Because my brain's chaotic, it sews chaotically, I guess. Can't help that. I try not to write patterns too chaotically. Although Hussy was a bit of a mission because it's a create your own story. I had to like sublet all the different bits. Right. Morning, Julie. I don't even follow my own patterns. I write them coherently so that beginner sewers can understand them, but I just go wherever. Ta-da! Because, again, that's just who I am. I'm cool with it. I made peace with being crazy a long time ago. Truly did. Alright. So I'm just going to measure where my bag feet go. The pattern does actually have it. Ta-da! So the acrylic templates actually have a bit you can scribble, but even if I had scribbled it, you wouldn't have seen it under all of this anyway. So this is my hole punch. I usually only do 4 bag feet. Usually I've got my logo here, but I forgot to do it. Okay, bag feet. Oh, hold that thought. Maybe I don't have any in here. It's because they're in the other one. There we go. I'm like, I know I had bag feet. I saw them. So these are 12 mil domed bag feet. And then even though my thing is not 12 mil, it does still work for the domed feet. I'm going to push these through. Whoops. Like so. Flip it over. Oh my god, I'm dropping everything. Ugh. Why are they not clicking on? They're meant to click. I don't hear a click. No? Okay. So I've grabbed the wrong posts, is what that's telling me. You don't have to follow, like, most people's patterns. I'm just reverting back to that. Most people's patterns don't need to be followed to the letter to get the same outcome. That's just the way that they have realized is easiest to explain what's going on. Most things don't have to be done in the order the pattern says. You can do it in any order you want. As long as, like, the results are the same. And most bags can be done with binding as well. So that's another thing people forget. Most bags can be done with binding. Like this bag, Vixen, can be done with binding. Okay, feet are on. So now, it won't sit in puddles. So I'm going to line this up. You'll also notice I don't use clips as often as others. Elvira would work really well with binding. I did like that bag, actually. That was fun to make. Do I sell the bag feet? I sure do. I sell everything I use except for the fabrics. So whatever fabrics I'm using, I don't sell, but everything else I do. So I sell the vinyl, all the solid colored vinyls I use, and then all the hardware. If I don't sell it, I don't use it, and I find alternatives with what I do have. So I did a bag recently that actually required gate rings, which are those rings that are kind of like carabiners. I don't sell them, so I did the bag alternatively without them, because I didn't have them available to use for the pattern. And usually I link everything in the description. So any pattern that you watch, in the description I will put a link specifically to everything that I use. So if I'm using bag feet, that'll literally, you'll be able to click it and it'll take you straight to the page. Hello, Mary. All right. So now I'm going to lay these flat like this and just stitch the middle bit where the zipper is. And again, more tails. So this is the downside to doing bags this way. You get a lot of tails and bits you have to cut. Hi, Carol. Hi, Dawn. All right. Under we go. And this just seals off the zipper part. But I can still move these so that I can put everything on separately. Yoink! So, even though I am very aware that I still need to do strap connectors, I need to get off my seat and go get some vinyl. So until that time, I thought I could continue sewing and put in the base. So I need to, again, find the center of everything. Because as always, everything comes back to finding the center. Which is there. If I try really hard, I reckon I could make 5 of these in a day. I need to have a lot more empty bobbins though. Most of mine are currently being used with colours. Now normally I've already found the centre because that's where I put my the centre of the base, because that's where I put my embroidery logo, but not today. So that's now the centre of everything. So now I'm going to grab my lining pieces and I'm going to start with the slip pocket one because we don't close it all the way at the bottom. I can get a lot done in a day if I don't do anything else. So I could probably get 8 of these done if they were pre-cut, but it means no lunch, no washing, no anything else. So I never actually get that much done unless I'm on a deadline, and then I make sure I do because I'm on a deadline. Center, center. There. So I'll be leaving the bottom of this side open to turn the bag through because it's opposite of the zipper pocket one. And it's always easier to do that. Hi, Kim. I loved painting my machine. I have no regrets. Someone told me that, oh, you won't be able to sell it. I'm like, who says I'm never going to sell my machine? I love my machine. I never plan on selling it. And if I end up buying a house and having like a sewing retreat space, I actually plan on painting all the machines a different color. So please be known, it's going to happen. Because my dream in life is once we own a house is I'm going to have a studio and I will have 8 sewing machines that are all like this one, whatever brand, I don't care. And I will paint each of them a different color and it will be glorious. And I'm not talking like subtle colors either. I'm like bright, bold, not fluoro, but very, very loud. Would someone buy it if you wanted to sell it? Probably. I see on Marketplace all the time that people are selling sewing machines to this for like $300. So they are around, especially in Melbourne. I saw one the other day for like $120, although it would have definitely needed a service. So if you want an industrial, they are secondhand. They are still quite affordable. I don't need 2 of the same machine, so. What I'm looking to fall into my lap is an industrial compound foot version of this. Although I also probably don't really need it because I've got my cylinder arm. And to be honest, the cylinder arm's way cooler. One side done. I love my embroidery machine. So some of the subscription boxes that I do, I will actually embroider a design onto the fabric for you. So that piece will cut out so that I can center it and everything. I'm quite excited for subscription boxes. I hope you guys are. I'm going to try and make them as affordable as possible. Mine's a Jack. I do hear about Jack. Jack's apparently pretty good. All you have to do is make sure you tape up anything electrical. So on this, I just taped up any holes, like all down here. I just taped all of this so it wouldn't get spray painted. And I shoved tape, like masking tape, in that slot where the needle thing moves up and down. I don't know what it's called. Not technical like that. But basically I just shoved like paper and masking tape into places I wanted to make sure wouldn't get covered in paint. And I think it turned out wonderfully. So this one I am going to stitch all the way around. I'm so excited for subscription boxes. So when it comes time, I'm going to try and pick something like fairly neutral but still fun. So like all the boxes won't just be skulls, because I understand that a lot of you don't like skulls. And they won't all be Disney. And like I'll try and do like generics, like geometric prints, some like funky florals. I'm going to try and, yeah, switch it up like that. And they will just be 1 month, like one every month or so. And they will be different prices each time, because one time it might only be a wallet, and then one time it might be a duffel bag. So you obviously need different fabrics and stuff for different things. So each subscription box will be a different price because of the different stuff coming in. Because I wouldn't feel right charging the same price for a duffel and a wallet. That's just not cool. And then you guys can decide if you want to buy that month or not. It will also be a pattern that's not released yet. And won't be released until like a few months after. So you get the preview of the pattern as well. Except obviously for my testers who will see it first. Some fabrics are really cool in Disney and stuff, but I'm not obsessed. Even though I'm wearing skulls, I'm only minorly obsessed. Like, I don't have a skull tattoo because I'm not that obsessed. All right. Lining, gusset side up. And I like to start on the straight because I find it easier, personally. And then I just keep squashing all of this bit out of the way. I promise I will make it as affordable as I can for the boxes. I've ordered 100 boxes. So I figure I will offer a limited amount per pattern. So I might start off with like 25. And if they sell out really, really fast, then I will up the next one to 30. And so on and so on. Because I'm not going to make 50 of the same one and then have them all not sell, because I would have pre-cut everything. So that's the lining bit's done with the hole, because it's going to be easier to turn the bag through there than the other way. So I could choose whether to purchase the box each month. Yeah, so you wouldn't have to purchase 6 months worth. You just purchase them on the month as I release them. I don't like to force people into like debt or things that they don't necessarily want. Alright, I just need to go and grab some purple vinyl to make some straps. So I'm going to use a scrap bit because I have a lot of scraps. I don't throw them out. This is also too big to be a scrap, but still. All my rulers are over there, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. But it's cool, it's cool. I'm so excited for subscription boxes. I know there's at least one other person in Australia that does them. Oh, come on. My post office likes to give me pens. I'm going to do different handles on this. just because I can. Three, and 3. Excellent. So I'm just, instead of doing the handles that come all the way up, I'm just going to do little ones that kind of poke out the top. And I still also try and make all my patterns have different skills, I guess you could call it. I also use a lot of Tory pockets. So for those that invest in templates in general, I highly recommend getting the Tory pocket if you make a lot of my patterns, because most of my patterns have a Tory pocket, which is the 8x12, and it's made in the same way. I'm planning a subscription box for puppies. Oh, that's cool. People love to spoil their dogs, so that's a very smart plan. Okay. Tory pocket's a good size and it fits in almost every bag. I promise once we've done this, I'll show you Trollop, because I did promise you guys a preview. And I think it's awesome. I think it came out really good too. Thank you, Rebecca. Why didn't you do a rolled strap for this one? Because I don't think my mum would enjoy it as much. I've seen how she uses her bags, so I've made these straps nice and long for her. And I made them flat so that it would easily sit on her shoulder. The barrel bag's going to have a different type of rolled handle too. So I'm doing rolled handles on the barrel bag. And they're going to be riveted on, which is why it'll be a drop-in lining. All right. I'm going to top stitch the edges of these. Oh, I resize my Tory pockets for every different bag. I love them. It's just a simple way to do it. Like, I know a lot of people love the facing way, and the facing way is good because it means you don't see the zipper. But I don't know. I come up with a size that works for everything. So Siren, the beach bag that I pretended I was doing today, has 2 Tory pockets. This has 1 Tory pocket. Trollop has 2 or 3. It's got a different type of pocket as well. But I don't know, I use it for everything. Even other people's patterns. So what did I do the other day? The Liberty that I did. Pretty sure I use a Tory pocket for that too. Right. See, I didn't mark the top. Never try and fight your foam either. It's more likely to crack and crease and carry on. We don't need that. One way will always fold better than the other. Okay, ruler. Do, 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 do. So this way of doing pockets is actually something Billy 50 used to do. Where she just has them poking out the top. So this is another good option to do them if you've done like an epic panel. I know a lot of people ask me about panel bags, like a lot. So this is a good alternative to that. If you wanted to do a panel and you don't want to have the lines up there, you do these kind of these kind of strap connectors. The reason we keep the same size pocket is because we know it works. We stay with what we know. don't only ever do Tory pockets. Trollop's got the other style as well, which, funnily enough, are 6 by 8. So you still use the Tory pocket to cut them. You just then cut it in half. Consistency is key. So I'm using 2 clips to put these on so that they don't move while I'm trying to base them in place, because I'm about to do that. So I'm going 1.5 inches out from the top. But I may need to go even further. I just need to check it. Yeah, no, okay. I'm going to go out further. I'm going to go out 2 inches. I think 2 inches is to there. That's going to look much better. The 1.5 inches just looked a little too close for me, I think. So like that. Because you don't want them too far out. It's going to make your handles too short. How is Knuckles? Knuckles is wonderful. Knuckles? Come here. He's coming. Hey, puppy. Oh, hello. Come here. Here he is. Hey, Knuckles. Oh, you're such a sook. Yeah, he's fine. Still sooking. Same old Knuckles. Aren't ya? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to base these on so that they don't move while I'm trying to sew them later. And you can even just continue around all the way up the top. And then sew the other one. Like this. Ta-da! He ran away. I interrupted his sleep pattern, apparently. How dare I? He is very needy, that dog. He requires a lot of pats and cuddles. Big sook. Okay. So, they're now ready to go on here. So I'm just going to do exactly the same to what I did to the outside. I do like some at the top and then whoops, I just knocked all of them on the floor. Bravo me. Usually he lays at my feet, but he can't at the moment because I've got the what's it called? The cam press and the laptop in the way. So he went over there to sulk a little bit. Yeah, you should never come to one of my workshops if you're allergic to dogs. I'm just going to say that right now. Or at least not while I'm in this house. I was tossing up between doing the dark purple and purple frost, but I decided that I wanted to pull the color from the center of the flower because otherwise it would have been too pale overall. So I did actually put some thought into that. Okay, that's one half. I've got the other half. Knuckles will be fine, I promise you. He's currently sleeping on my bed, so don't be too worried about what Knuckles is doing. He left here and jumped straight back on the bed and went back to sleep. And he even sticks his head on the pillow because he thinks he's a human. So don't worry about Knuckles, he's fine. Yep. Okay. Done. I always start at the flat bit. and I clean up my clips as I go because it's easier to work in a clean space. And I'm literally just scrunching this up. I'm not too worried about creases or anything because you can always iron the bag at the end. I use my mini craft iron to do a final iron because it's little and gets in all the crevices really well. My husband named him. So he wanted to call him Knockout, but he didn't have like that circle around his eye. So he decided on Knuckles instead. Oh no. I got so close. Just ran out of bobbin thread. How far are you from the ocean? Ages. I'm in like the middle of our state. Or thereabouts. To get to the nearest ocean probably takes me 2 hours. There's lakes and stuff around though. I'm more into waterfalls than the ocean anyway. If I had to pick, I would definitely take waterfalls any day of the week. Practice, my dear. Anyone can sew as fast as me if you practice as much as me. Also, don't be afraid of going faster. You won't get better at it until you try it. Lots of people sew slow because they think they can't do it, but you don't know you can't do it until you try it. There's no koalas directly where I am, but I do have a lot of kangaroos visit my front lawn. There's also about 6 emus that walk around base, just hanging out together. They're relatively friendly. We've been told not to feed them, but only because then they'll expect food every time they see you. Apparently they remember who you are. Worried about shipping. Why are we worried about shipping? What have I missed? I feel like I missed something. Alright, top's done. We are getting there, slowly. I was watching Chris Hemsworth. Oh yeah, he lives up north. He lives in Byron Bay where shoes are optional. It's literally a thing. Most of the town just don't wear shoes. They walk around barefoot. Which I can understand that. If it wasn't, you know, freezing here, I'd probably do it too. Well, I got little boxes. So the boxes I got are about the size of an A4 piece of paper and about 4 inches high, or 10 centimeters. So they're the boxes I got, and I will be cutting everything. Like, you won't just get like half a meter. You'll get exactly what you need to make the bag. So they should fit, and they shouldn't weigh overly heaps. But I also want to make sure, like, that you get everything you need, so... Also, if you are getting the boxes, you are most likely going to need a cam press because I will be putting rivets and bag feet in there for you. You don't obviously have to use them. Or maybe I can make an option where you get screw-in bag feet, I guess. Oh, did I just run out of bobbin thread again? I know I'm about to. There's not much left on this bobbin. I'm going to have to wind another one. I know that. I'm just avoiding it. I hope you'll have cutting helpers. Well, I don't know. Maybe. suppose it depends on how popular they are. The first one I'm going to do all myself. And then if they become popular and I have to do a lot. See, I knew I ran out of bobbin thread. Damn it. But yeah, if I run out, then so be it. But that's why I'm not offering like 100. So it'll just be first in best dress for the first however. And if I sell out in like 20 minutes, I know for the next round to do more. So I'll do an extra like 5 or 10 or whatever. But again, I am only a one-woman show. So I can only do as much as I can do. It'll also be a digital download of the pattern so that you don't have the weight of the paper in the postage. You can download your own pattern, but I will send you everything you need. And if I do embroidery, that particular piece, so let's say it was this bag, this piece would be cut out for you so that I could center the embroidery. So you would have less cutting. I mean, I would have more, but I also have templates, so it's cool. I actually need to get acrylic templates done for Hussy too. Because they are a really good all-purpose case. You could use them as like, I actually want to make one for my car as like the first aid kit. Just in the small size. And make sure I do the middle compartment and I can put like tweezers and eye wash and stuff in like sections. I just knocked my clips off my desk. Yeah, I do that too. I already did that in this video. There's like a whole bunch of them on the floor, but I'll get them later. That's fine. Even off camera, I can't sew something without at least dropping one thing on the floor. It's like this, I don't know, issue I have. Whatever. Can't be helped. I'm just clumsy. Right. Would you ever consider tops and bobbins to sew your templates? I guess so. But it costs the same standard international post to send my templates overseas as it does for express post in Australia. So I already offer all my templates to overseas people. It doesn't cost you any more than I've already got on them. Just as a tidbit of information, it'll just obviously take a bit longer to get to you, but my guy is so fast. He has never not had the templates done in 24 hours. He is amazing. I reckon he's got like a stash built up, personally. But yeah, if you are wanting my templates, I do ship to the US. It doesn't cost any extra than what the price is. So the price includes shipping. I don't make a lot of my templates. It's not really why I'm doing them. I'm doing them to make your life easier. I know a lot of people would put way more than I do, but whatever. I don't care. I'll make a little bit. It covers my website. I'm happy. He is so fast. And because it's express shipping in Australia, if you order like first thing in the morning and I message him, he's got it in the post by the afternoon. And if, you know, he catches the right moment, you could have it literally the next day. He's amazing. Right. So, once you get it to this point, if you can shove your whole bag through the zipper pocket, or in this case, the bottom, everything else just works easily. What's a chom-chom? I don't know what that is. Alright. Corner, top. See? And then the handles are there. Her birthday's in 3 more days, and we're going there on Saturday for a lunch. And then I have to go and pick up my husband from the airport. It's really quite cute. Okay, now into the zipper pocket. So my hand goes into the zipper pocket, and then grabs the base and pulls it through. Pull that across. Stitch, back stitch. What machine am I using? This is a Mitsubishi LS2 130. So it is an industrial plane sewer. It is not actually designed for handbag making. The guy who I took my machine to get serviced very insistently told me that. However, as you can see, it works fine. And I don't have $3 to go and buy a compound foot one. And I can also sew clothing on this. Zipper pocket in. Hi, Lee. Actually, I'm just very early today. I did it like an hour and a half early. She's going to love this bag. It's purple. Purple's like a thing. So, this will still need an iron, but because I put the base foam on the top, it means I can actually iron all of my lining to the outside. So it's not going to sag at all. Not that it's sagging so much now, but it won't be able to move. Which is tricky, tricky, tricky. All right, we need some more. Actually, I'm looking for, oh, they're in here. That's why I can't find them. Duh. Rivets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all postage through me is weight based. So it depending on how much it weighs as to how much it will cost to ship. And unfortunately I can't know that until I know what I'm actually going to make for it. Okay. So, punch some holes. Punch some holes. And then I need a ruler. You need to do 1 inch up. Because I'm using the skinny ones, we're going 1 inch up from the original hole. If we were using chunkies, we'd use 1 1/4. That's got a pinch. That's going to annoy me. I have to fix that in a minute. I'm also going to be finally picking the testers. So if you applied to be my tester, I will be picking this week. As soon as I've made Temptress into a physical a digital pattern to send people, I will be making a second tester group so that they can test Temptress. Because the current group will be testing Trollope. So if you applied to be a tester and you haven't heard from me, don't stress. I just haven't done it yet. It's on my list of things to get done. You know what? I actually don't want to put these on yet. I'm going to pull that apart and fix that because that is going to drive me insane. It's annoying my brain just sitting here. I've got like a little pinch. So, I will fix that later. But you guys have all been waiting to see Trollope. So this is Trollope. Say hi, Trollope. So it is a messenger style bag with this zip on the front. The front is actually made of 3 separate pieces. And then you've got a zipper pocket here, which is not a Tory pocket, but the other style. Then this is a little magnet. So a magnet snap, and then you can lift it up. And then on the flap, we have 2 zipper pockets, a card slot section, which fits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card slots and an ID pocket, because you can see through there. And then on the front, so the front has a slip pocket with a Tory pocket there. And then you open it out, and it's just like a bag with another Tory pocket there. And then on the back, we have another one of those other style pockets on the back as well. I didn't use D-rings and clips because I know some people are super conscious of hardware at the moment. And then these are actually, the way I did the connectors is they actually just rivet over the edge once you've finished the bag, just for something a little bit different. So this is Trollop. It's a good size. You can fit phones and crazy stuff. It's big enough, like it's wide enough that you can fit quite a lot of stuff in it. It is still a strap adjustable bag. You just can't take the strap off. But it's not like you're going to use this as a wristlet. That's huge. But that is Trollop. I really like this. So you've got 2 zipper pockets. So these are both Tory pockets as well. So they go like down a little bit. So you can get your hand all the way in, but just not too far. They are both the same size. They're just 1 inch apart. So everything is spaced evenly and easily. And then it just comes down and then has the little magnet there. So that is Trollop. So that will be next month's pattern. I think it's great. And so the one that I plan on doing for the video, I'm going to put embroidery here and along here, and then probably some funky stuff down here as well. So it's going to be a very, very embroidered bag for the video, just because you guys keep asking for me to do tutorials on how to do vinyl and stuff. So this isn't the world's biggest bag. It's only 9 inches wide, but you will therefore be able to fit everything that you need. So in my Facebook group, I made an application form. So you just have to fill out the application form and email it to me. I won't be picking for another week, and I will need between 6 and 10. I haven't quite decided how many I want for my testers. You will usually get approximately 2 weeks to finish it. So if you can't finish one of my bags in 2 weeks, and it's usually the second 2 weeks of any month, then please do not apply because I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. That's why I'm making a second tester group. But yeah, I do like this bag. I just, in my brain, I have to have a brown vinyl barrel bag. Like, it's decided. So that will be the next thing I do. Thank you, Cindy. That is my Facebook group in the description link chat section. But yeah, so that's the bag. So you got a little tab, and then it lifts up to have all this stuff. Now this here, you could actually, if this is not enough card slots, you could actually add and have more card slots here, or you could put another zipper pocket here. I decided 6 was probably enough for one bag this size. But this front panel, you could pretty much do anything you want with. You could add an ID window if you always need your ID. It's a blank space for you to be a little bit creative with, really. But yeah, you could get the cards to go long ways. So like this, and then put them down, and you could get 3 or 4 card slots, another zipper pocket, an ID pocket like that's in the Bend and Snap by Lynn's Handmade. You could literally just take that part of her pattern and shove it on here if you own both of them. You could do like a welt pocket, just a slip pocket, whatever, really. But I decided to have it clean because I just did. It was my choice. My design, do what I want. But yeah. And then the little magnet. It's a decent thickness. It doesn't actually get skinnier at the top. It is actually just a full rectangle there. But the flap's heavier than the bag at the moment, so it doesn't hold its shape as well. You don't have to do, the only thing that absolutely has to be vinyl or cork is the card slot piece. So I will be asking my testers, I haven't done it yet, I will ask at least one of them to do an all fabric version, except for like this bit here and that bit there. Like do like a fabric one, just to prove that it can be done. But yeah, so that is Trollope. That's probably all I've got to say about that. I'm going to go and pull apart Mum's bag and fix that little issue that I created myself. I think it was when I ran out of thread, if we're honest, and then scrunched it wrong. But, yeah, that's Trollope. I was doing Vixen, not Siren, so that was my bad. So this is the bubblegum vinyl I sell, and then this lining was just a cotton poplin from Spotlight. So it's pale pink with cheetah spot with gold. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna go. You guys have a lovely day, and I will see you all next time.